good evening and welcome to Game 2 of the Bundesliga playoffs between the Paderborn Untouchables and the Berlin Flamingos. Both these teams won Game 1 of the postseason, and after splitting their regular season matchup 2-2, it's all to play for here tonight. We can cross live now to the GM of the Flamingos, Ozzy Villain. And Ozzy, what can you tell us about your lineup?
It's going to be Colby Gomes on the mound for us tonight. And the only other change from Game 1 is at shortstop. Nico Canapin couldn't hit a beach ball in Game 1, so he drops out. And Luca Helber, he comes into the lineup.
Hi guys, I'm Ozzy Villain and welcome to episode 24 at the Berlin Flamingos on the Baseball Journeyman and Game 2 of the Bundesliga postseason. And today we are playing the Paderborn Untouchables, who won their first game of the playoffs as well. Now, given, I'm assuming, I have had a quick look, I can't find it anywhere, but I'm assuming that because we had the best record in the regular season of any team, I'm assuming, hopefully not wrongly, that if there's a tiebreaker, that's going to be it. So if we win today, that should guarantee us getting into the second round here to play off for the Bundesliga title. The Paderborn Untouchables, they did, as I said, win their second game. Maybe they just snuck through 5-3. So anyway, they won. That's I guess the main thing. So like I say, I think if we win today, it should all but guarantee us a spot in the second round, which would be absolutely magnificent. We did win win 2, lose 2. Both series against the Untouchables. If you're going to have a quick look, we're split 1-1 with us. We can see here earlier on at our place, we won 9-3 and then lost 1-3. And later on in the season, we won 8-1 and then lost 1-6. So we're pretty evenly matched teams. We need to hope that, on the day, we are slightly better. I'm still a little bit annoyed that we're playing at their place for this one. I don't understand why. We should have home ground advantage in all 3 games, surely. But anyway, let's have a look at these lineups for the second game of the postseason. And this is it. Drew Campbell leads us off in left field. Leo Burra bats second at second. Ian Post bats third in right field. Kyle Asher, the catcher, bats 4. Friedendorfer bats 5 at third base. Byron Mills Jr., designated hitter, he bats 6. Kai Kabina bats 7 at first base. Luca Helber comes back in. He is at shortstop and bats 8. Marcel Vockel in center field bats 9. Colby Gomes takes the mound for us. Now, maybe slightly worrying. He is 0-2 against Paderborn this season with a 3.65 ERA. Danny Zimmerman, who we're up against, is 2-0 with an ERA of .64. He has been all over us so far through the regular season. ERA of just under 2, a whip of 1.17, an ERA plus, look at that, of 2.78, a WAR of 2.6. He is very, very good indeed. Let's hope he's got all these form out of the way in the regular season and we can get the top of him here now we're in the games that matter. And here we go. Campbell to face Zimmerman to lead us off. Drew Campbell, batting .333 so far this postseason. But of course, postseason just consists of that one game that we've played. I'm a little bit nervous. I did consider risking Benninghoff for this one just because we have struggled so much against Zimmerman through the regular season. He's obviously won the 2 games that we've lost to them. He's been the man on the mound, and Benninghoff has obviously won his 2, therefore. As Leo Burra comes up to hit, batting .500 so far this postseason. Leo Burra, this is more like it, boys. 2 for 2. Drew Campbell finds himself at third. And with no one out, we have runners at the corners. And maybe Zimmerman has got all these form out of the way early on. It is Post coming up to bat, batting .400. First pitch swing. We're looking for the steal with Leo Burra. He's not going to get there, is he? Oh, he is. Leo Burra steals what is a very unnecessary steal, really. But anyway, runners at second and third now with no one out. Surely we can take a lead on this one. Come on, Posty boy. Post walks to load the bases. No one out. Kyle Asher to the plate, batting .500 so far this postseason. Another full count. Asher walks. Zimmerman has walked in a run. He is yet to get an out. And it's going to be Friedendorfer now, still with the bases loaded. Friedendorfer only batting .200 after game 1 of the postseason. Friedendorfer is batting more than that now. Friedendorfer's hit a grand slam! Oh, you love to see it. 394 feet, and Peter Friedendorfer has hit a postseason grand slam. It's 5-0 in the top of the first. That is a massive, massive lead. And Friedendorfer with a grand slam. It is Byron Mills Jr. who is yet to get a hit this postseason. This time he has not done much better. He's popped that up into right field, but damage is done. That takes the pressure off for a little while, doesn't it? It's Kai Kubina coming up to bat. He's batting 500, 1 for 2 in game 1. Let's see what he can do at 0-1. 1 out, no one on. Kubina grounds at the first base, and maybe Zimmerman has woken himself up now, but is it too late? Luca Helber in for this one. His first at bat this postseason. And he does what Canapin did in the first game, strike out. But we end the first with a 5-run innings of 3 hits. One of them, the Friedendorfer grand slam, and Colby Gomes comes out now to face McDonald, who's batting 250 so far this postseason. Gomez has been quite good for us this year. He's not obviously been quite at the level of Benninghoff, but I don't think there's many who are. But that's a way to start. He gets a ground ball out to first. In comes Lewin now, who is batting 600. But again, that's just from the one game. Full count. And there's a strikeout for Gomez. Excellent stuff. That is 2 away for Logan Porter, who is batting. He went 2 for 4 in the first game. 2-2's the count. 2 out, no one on. Make that 3 out. And that'll do it for the first. 3 up, 3 down for the Untouchables. It's 5-0 to the Flamingos. And Marcel Vockel comes in, who went 2 for 3 in game 1. 1-2 is the count. Come on, Marcel. Can he get himself on base? He swings through a bit of a wild pitch. Is he going to be that? He is. Everything so far is going for the Flamingos. It's a single strikeout for Marcel Vockel. Drew Campbell. He comes in to bat. 1-1. 1 for 1. Sorry, he is. Drew Campbell hits it well, but straight to centre field. Vockel goes back to first, and that's where he'll stay. That is 1 away. Leo Burra, who is 1 for 1. He comes in. What can he do? 1-1's the count. Leo Burra's hit that well, and Leo Burra sends it over the fence as well. It's another home run, a 2-run bomb by Leo Burra. It's 7-0 to the Flamingos. The Untouchables are being groped right now. They're very, very much touchable. 7 runs on 4 hits, and that'll do it for Zimmerman. Well. Rap Cone comes into bat, to pitch, He does not look particularly good, does he? Ian Post is going to face him. Full count on his first batter, and Post gets himself a second walk of the game. In comes Asher, who walked first time up as well. Kyle Asher, a wild pitch, gets away from the catcher. And this is looking very, very good indeed. Asher now, what can he do with the runner at second? Asher gets a decent piece of it. Again, it's caught. Oh, it's a good catch in centre field as well. And Post will stay at second with 2 out now. And Friedendorfer, who, of course, slammed it up last time up. What can he do this time? Not quite as well, but 2 more runs for the Flamingos. It is 7-0 after 1.5 innings. 1.5, yeah, 1.5. It is Colby Gomes to face Horvath. He went 1 for 3 in the first game of the postseason. And there's a strikeout for Gomes. That is his 4th out in a row. Let's see what Applevic can do. He went 0 for 4 in the first game. Make that 0 for 5 now this postseason as Gomes with the strikeout. And this is all going very, very well so far. Evers comes in to bat. He went 0 for 4 in the first game of the postseason. And he's popped that up. It's going to be a good catch there by apparently Usain Bolt at first as Kai Kabina makes the play. That's another 3 up, 3 down innings for the Untouchables. And Byron Mills Jr., who's 0 for 1, yet to get a hit this postseason, leads us off. And he's got a hit now. I think that's going to drop in. That is. It's going to be a leadoff single for Byron Mills into left field. Brings up Kai Kabina, who is 0 for 1 so far today. Kai Kabina gets it over. Does he? Yes, over second base into right field. We have runners at first and second now with no one out. It is Luca Helber, 0 for 1 today. Helber holds off 4-4. That is loaded bases with no one out. And it's Marcel Vockel, 0 for 1 today. Can he drive in some runs? Vockel gets it into centre field. It is going to be caught. Is it going to get the run in? No, he's out at the plate, is he? He is out at... No, he's safe. He's safe. So we'll call that a sac fly for Vockel. Drew Campbell comes in. He's 0 for 1 today. Sorry, 1 for 2 today. Make that 2 for 3. That's slapped into right field. Is it going to score a run? No, it's not, but it loads the bases again. And it's Leo Burra, who is 2 for 2 A full count, loaded bases, one out. What can Leo do? Leo Burra gets it into right field. That's going to drop in for a hit. Is it going to score one? It is. Is it going to score two? It is. A 2 RBI single for Leo Burra. He now has 4 RBIs today. Ian Post comes in with one out. Runners at first and second. It's 10-0 to the Flamingos. Double figures already. And it's Kyle Asher now up. He is 0 for 1 today. He walks for the second time. That walks in another run. It's 11-0, and it's officially a rout in Game 2 of the postseason. This is sending shockwaves around the world of baseball. Friedendorfer, he's 1 for 2. It's 3-0. Is he going to get another walk here? Friedendorfer does draw in another walk. That draws in another run. It's 12-0. Still one out. Still loaded bases. And Byron Mills Jr. comes up for the second time this innings. And it's yet another walk. 13-0. Kai Kabina now, who is 1 for 2. 2-2's the count. Kai Kabina, is it going to be an infield hit? He got a good jump out of the batter's box, and it is. It's an infield hit. It's an RBI single. It's 14-0. We are playing the Paderborn Untouchables, aren't we? It's we've had a pitching change at some point that I've missed, as Israel Miller has come onto the mound. It's Helber still looking for his first hit this postseason. He has still not got it. Is that going to be a double play? It is, and that's going to end the innings. But not before 7 runs cross the plate. It's 14-0. We've only had 9 hits. Like, they're giving us runs here. It's Yuri Hussein coming into bat. 1-2 is the count. Another strikeout for Gomes. It brings up Hefner, who went 1 for 3 in the first game of the postseason with a home run, it looks like. 1-2's the count. It's another strikeout for Gomes. He hasn't given up a base runner yet. It's Jacobson, who went 2 for 4 in the opening game. Full count, 2 out, no one on. It's another strikeout for Gomes. He is perfect through 3. I tell you what, we are perfect through 3. 14 runs we've scored. Vokal to lead us off. What can he do? Vokal. He's popped that up. That's going to be caught in left field. It's the first ball to left field. I think hasn't left the stadium. But that's one away as Drew Campbell comes in now. He is 2 for 3 today. Full count. Drew Campbell. He's hit that well. Is it got over? It has got over center field. Is that triple territory? Campbell's quick. He's not that quick though, and he'll stand up at second. A 1-out double for Campbell. And let's see what Leo Burra can do now. He is 3 for 3 with 4 RBIs. 2-2's the count. Leo Burra gets it into center field. It's going to be caught well out there, and that will be 2 away, and Campbell will stay at second as Ian Post, who has walked, I think, 3 times so far. He's not going to walk this time, though. Campbell hits it into center field. It's going to be another catch out there, and this is outrageous. We haven't scored a run in the 4th. Let's see what Gomes can do as he faces McDonald, second time around. He's 0 for 1. 1-2's the count. It's another strikeout for Gomes. Another strikeout for Gomes. That is 8. We saw in game 1 that Benninghoff set a new record at 13. 3-1. Is he going to put his first base runner on? He is. Oh, and the perfect game goes away for Gomes. It was looking decent for a while there. All right, Logan Porter. He's 0 for 1. 2-2's the count. Runner at first. 1 out. And that's another strikeout for Gomes. 9 now through 3 2/3 innings. Harveth comes in, who's 0 for 1. Another full count and another walk. Is Gomes getting tired? Is he getting a little bit lackadaisical here? Appelvich comes in. He's 0 for 1. He strikes out as well. That is 10 strikeouts for Gomes through 4 innings. That is outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. Kyle Asher comes in to lead us off. He's 0 for 1 today. Full count. Asher walks. How many walks have they issued today? Friedendorfer, who is 1 for 2 with 5 RBIs. Friedendorfer gets it into right field. That's a really good piece of hitting. And is that going to get Asher to third? No, it's not. It is runners at first and second with no one out for Byron Mills Jr., who's 1 for 2 today. 3-0's the count. Is he going to get another walk? He is. Again, the bases are loaded, and again, there's no one out. It brings up Kai Kabina, who is 2 for 3 today. Kai Kabina gets a good piece of that. That's going to get to the fence in center field. It scores 1. It scores 2. Is it going to score 3? No, he holds at third. Is that Mills Jr.? It is Mills Jr. 2 more cross the plate, though. It's 16-0. Luca Helber now looking for his first hit of the game. 1-2's the count, and Luca Helber, can he beat that out? Oh, he can. Luca Helber, a shortstop, has a first hit of the postseason for us, and Marcel Vockel, who's 0 for 2 today, comes in with loaded bases, no one out. Vockel, he has looped it over first base into right field. It's going to score one. It's only going to score one, though. It's an RBI single for Vockel. It's 17-0 in the 5th innings of a playoff game. Drew Campbell, 3 for 4. There's going to be all sorts of postseason records set here, surely. Drew Campbell may have just hit into a double play. He has. A run does come across, though. It's 18-0. He's not going to get any credit for that. 2 out, runners at third, another pitching change, and Leo Burra, who is 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs, has a chance here with a hit to drive in his 5th RBI of the game. Leo Burra, oh, he's hit a second home. No, it's dropped away. It's gone over right field. It looked really, really well hit off the bat, but it's dropped in, and it's going to be a triple, is it, for Leo Burra? If he gets there, he does. Leo Burra with an RBI triple. That makes it 19-0. We're still only in the 5th innings. There's still 2 out. There's still a runner at third. And Ian Post now, who's 0 for 1 today with a chance to drive in a run. Post gets it into right field, and that is going to drive in a run, and that makes it 20. 20-0. We are beating the Paderborn Untouchables. They used to do this to us when we first took over. It is Kyle Asher, 0 for 1 today. Runner at first with 2 out. Asher draws another walk. Runners at first and second, and he has set a postseason record for base on balls with 4. So that's one record done today. And I'm surprised that's not Drew Campbell. He's the walking king. It's Friedendorfer now, who is 2 for 3. Friedendorfer, that's going to drive. He already has 5 RBIs. Make that at least 6 as it gets to the fence in right center. Is it going to score another one? Friedendorfer holds at second, but it's a 2 RBI double. He now has 7 RBIs today. It's 22-0. And Byron Mills Jr. with a runner in scoring position can extend that here. Full count on Byron Mills, and he walks. This is unbelievable. Kai Kabina, who is 3 for 4. Runners at first and second, 2 out. 3-1's the count, and he draws a walk, and the bases are loaded yet again. How many times have we had loaded bases today? And it's Luca Helber coming up. He's 1 for 3 today. 1-2's the count, and Helber, it's a piece of it, but it's going to be caught out there in left field. You will half expect it to be dropped the way the sort of day that the Untouchables are having, but 8 more runs in the 5th. It's 22-0. Gomez to Evers, who is 0 for 1 today. It's a first pitch swing. Evers gets a first hit of the baseball game for the Untouchables. So there goes the no-hitter. We still have the complete game shutout to play for, though. So come on, Kobe. Let's get back on this. Hassan comes in to bat. He is 0 for 1 today. 1-2 is the count. Can we get a double play, perhaps? We'll take a strikeout. That is strikeout number 11. He is 3 away from breaking a postseason record. Sylvester Hefner comes in. He's 0 for 1 today. 2-2. Another strikeout for Gomez. That is 12. He needs 2 to break the record that Hoff set in game 1. It's Jacobson. He is 0 for 1 today. Jacobson pops it up. That should be caught out there by Drew Campbell and ends the innings. Yes, it does. Another scoreless innings for the Untouchables. They do get themselves a hit in that one, but it's 22-0. And Marcel Vockel, who is 1 for 3, will lead us off. 2-2's the count. Vockel pops it up to the catcher, and that is 1 away. Drew Campbell comes up. He is 3 for 5 today. 1-2 is the count, and Drew Campbell gets it up the middle. That's going to be a 1-out single for our left fielder. Excellent, excellent stuff. In now comes Leo Burra. Look at these numbers. 4 for 5 with 5 RBIs. Let's see what he can do. 1-0 is the count. Leo Burra pops it up. Right field is there. Campbell's going back to first. He has to stay there as well, and that is 2 away. And it's Ian Post now, who is shockingly 1 for 2 today. What are you doing, Posty? There we go. That's going to be a single. Can Drew Campbell get himself to third? He cannot. But a 2-out single for Post. Runners at first and second for Kyle Asher, who is 0 for 1 today. He has walked 4 times. 0-1's the count. Asher grounds at the shortstop. That'll end the innings. Another scoreless innings for us. 22-0 remains the score. And it's Gomez to continue to McDonald, who is 0 for 2 today. Full count on the leadoff man. And that is popped up Vockel's there, Campbell's there. Vockel should make the play. He does, and that is 1 away. Lewin comes in now. He's 0 for 1 today. 1-1 is the count. That is hit into centre. Is it going to drop in? It is, and it's a second hit of the game for the Untouchables. Brings in Porter, who is 0 for 2. Runner at first, 1 out. What can he do with this? It's another strikeout. That equals the record. That is 13. He needs 1 more to break Hoff's record. It's Horvath. He is 0 for 1 today. 2-1 is the count. That is up the middle. That's going to be a second hit of the innings. Runners will stay at first and second. And Gomes to face Applevic, who is 0 for 2 today. Full count. Is this the moment? It is. Well done, Gomes. Well, that Benninghoff record didn't last long, did it? Friedendorfer to lead us off. He is 3 for 4 with 7 RBIs. Of course, a grand slam. How long ago does that seem? And Friedendorfer leads us off with a walk. It brings up Byron Mills Jr., who is 1 for 2 today. And he strikes out. Looking at strike 3. Kai Kabina, who is 3 for 4. 1-0 is the count. Kabina gets a good piece of that. Is it going to go? It's going to go. It has gone! Kai Kabina with a home run over right field's fence. A 2-run bomb at 384 feet. That one. It's 24-0. And Kai Kabina with, I think, this is a first home run of the postseason for him. Luca Helber comes in now to face another new pitcher. He is 1 for 4 today, old Luca. 2-2 is the count. 1 out, no one on. Luca Helber strikes out again. What has happened to our shortstop hitting this postseason? Vockel comes in. He is 1 for 4 today. 1-1, 2 out, no one on. Vockel rips it down the third base line. It looked like it went straight through the third baseman, but it is going to be credited as a hit. So a 2-out single for Vockel. Drew Campbell, who is 4 for 6. I wonder what the record is for most at-bats in a game, because that, in a postseason game, I should say, because that could be about to go here as well. But that's caught out there in centre field. That'll end the 7th. We stretch with a marginal 24-0 lead over the Paderborn Untouchables of all teams. Evers now to face Gomes. 1-1's the count. That's a ground ball. Leo Burra, he's muffed it. Can he still get the play? No, he cannot. And, well, there's a first error of the game. Burra lets himself down there a little bit. Gomes now to face Hansen, who is 0 for 2 today. 2-2's the count. Another strikeout for Gomes. 15 strikeouts in a postseason game. He's going to face Hefner now, who is 0 for 2. 1 out, runner at first. 1-0's the count. Hefner gets it up the middle. That's going to be a single. Can we keep the runner at second? We should. For a second then I thought he was going to try and go, but he doesn't. Runners at first and second with 1 out. Jacobson to the plate. He's 0 for 2 today. 1-1 is the count. That could be a double play. Burra gets 1. Can we turn it? We can, and that ends the innings. We don't pay for the Burra error. It's still a shutout for Gomes. It's 24-0. 2 innings to play. Leo Burra, who is 4 for 6 today. 1-2 is the count. And he has got it through the left side of the infield. That's a leadoff single for Leo Burra. Are we getting into record territory for hits here yet? He has set a Bundesliga record for hits with 5. So we're pinch hitting. David Koch comes in to pinch hit for the post. He has yet to have a bat this postseason. He's in a slump, so it's probably a good game to try and get out of that slump, to be honest. He's our young right fielder, if you're not completely familiar with him. A bit of a prospect for the club, 21 years old. So it's probably good that he comes in for this game in any case. Let's see what he can do here. 1-2 is the count. Can he get himself out of this slump? He swings through strike 3. Run, Koshi, run! He gets there. For the second time this game, a strikeout finds itself at first base. Burra has moved over to third, and Kyle Asher, who is 0 for 2 today, surely the only player in our lineup without a hit. Full count. And he draws another walk, and that is going to further extend that record to 5 walks. The all-time record is 6, and that was Drew Campbell earlier this season. It's Hoff. No, it's not. It's Friedendorfer coming in, who's 3 for 4 with 7 RBIs. He's got loaded bases, and he's popped it up.
Oh, unlucky. He could have got to 10 double digits RBIs if he'd got a good piece of that one. Anyway, it brings in Byron Mills Jr., who's 1 for 3 today. Byron Mills Jr. pops it up, and that is caught at first. That is 2 away. Are we going to waste loaded bases? Kai Kabina, who is 4 for 5 with 5 RBIs. Full count, 2 out, loaded bases. Come on, Kai. He walks, and another run is walked in by the Untouchables. It is 25-0. And Luca Helber comes in, who is 1 for 5 today. 2 out, loaded bases. 2-1's the count. Helber rips it into left field. That's going to score 1. It's going to score 2. It might score 3. I don't know if it will. We're going for it. It's a bases clearing double for Helber. It is now 28-0 against the Untouchables. I just got to keep saying the Untouchables because who saw this coming? Given us such a tough time this season. It's Marcel Vockel coming in. 2 out. Runner at second. New pitcher on the mound. 2-1 is the count. Vockel gets a really good piece of that. That skips to the fence in left field. That's going to make it 29-0 as Vockel gets himself over to second with an RBI double. And it's going to be Drew Campbell now with a chance to get us to 30 runs. This is a rugby score. It's a thrashing in rugby. It's 4 for 7 today, Drew Campbell. 2-2's the count. And Drew Campbell strikes out to end the 8th. 5 more runs have crossed the plate for us. It's going to be McDonald to face Gomes. He's 121 pitches deep, but he does have a shutout going. 0-2 is the count. That's not a strikeout, but it should be out of... No, it's not. It's a hit. Friedendorfer doesn't have a play. And that is the end for Gomes. But what an outing that has been. A record-breaking outing in terms of strikeouts. Vindermeyer comes in to hopefully close this out for us. Lewin to the plate. And let's see what we can do. No one out, runner at first. 1-1 is the count. That is ripped into left field against the shift as well, it appears. And that might end the shutout as well. It almost certainly is. No, runner stays at third. We don't want Gomes getting charged with a run for that outing. Come on, Yanis. Let's finish this off. We've got no one out. Runners at second and third. Porter to the plate. First pitch swing. And that is going to score some runs. Is this the beginning of the incredible comeback? It better not be, but it's a 2 RBI double for Porter. 29-2, and suddenly it just doesn't look as good, does it? It just doesn't look as good. Anyway, come on, Vindermeyer. He's going to face Horvath now, who's 1 for 2 today. Another first pitch swing. And Yanis is not having a good day. He's not having a good day at all. Runner moves to third. It's 3-0, and he walks one. Runners at the corners with no one out. And Vindermeyer, who has been really good this postseason. Well, this season, not so much the postseason. He's only had a couple of pitches. 1-1. That could be a double play, but it is going to make it 29-3. We're just in a little bit of danger of being outscored this innings, and that's outrageous. Evers comes in to face Vindermeyer now. 0-2's the count. Has Yanis got himself warmed up? That is lined out there to Helber at shortstop. That will do it for the 8th. It's 29-3, and for one last time we go to bat. It's Leo Burra, who is 5 for 7 today. A hit is surely a record. Oh, he's already got the record, doesn't he? He extends that record, does he? Yes, he does. 6 for 8 in a postseason game. That is absolutely outrageous stuff. David Koch to continue, looking for his first hit of the postseason. First pitch swing. And is he out? They did get him out. Burra, you absolute muppet. Alright, Koch. No one on. 1 out. 2-2's the count. Come on, Koshy. He has... Well, that's about as far as he's hit one in a month. So that's progress for him. That's 2 away. And it brings up Kyle Asher. Does not have a hit to date. 0 for 2 with about 10 walks. 1-2's the count. Come on, Ash. No, he strikes out. He goes hitless in a game we've won 29... Scored 29 runs on. Anyway, not everybody can hit. It brings up Vindermeyer back to the mound to face Hansen, who is 0 for 3 today. He gets a ground ball up there to Helber. Does he have a play at first? It doesn't look as though he does. Oh, he does. No, he's just taking his time. And that is 1 away. We are 2 outs away from a very, very convincing win. Hefner comes in the bat now. He's 1 for 3 today. 0-1's the count. That's the ground ball to Burra. That is... Oh, Burra. Second error of the game on Leo Burra.
Runner goes to second. And Burra's he's been fantastic with the bat, but he's certainly not been concentrating on his fielding. There's a strikeout for Vindermeyer. That's 2 away. Still with that runner at second. They're pinch hitting. It is Ben Drennan coming in. His first at bat this postseason. 2-2's the count. 2 out. And that ends the most dominant of victories we are ever likely to see in a postseason game. So there we go, a massive, massive win. The Buchbinder Legionnaires have beaten the Mainz Athletics as well. So there is still a scenario where if they beat us, Untouchables beat the Mainz Athletics, that all 3 teams are finished equal on 2 games, and then I'd still fancy us with the surely a tiebreaker has to be the league position that we would go through. But there is still a scenario that it could not happen. So we'll be back next time for Game 3 of the postseason against the Buchbinder Legionnaires. And, well, the way that that's gone, you'd certainly fancy us to to get a win there, considering the Untouchables beat them. And it's going to be Tyler Benninghoff back on the mound. Will he reclaim his strikeout record that was so rudely taken away that game by what's his face? By Gomes. But there we go, guys. That's it for today. If you have enjoyed that, and it is record-breaking, surely you've enjoyed that. Do make sure you hit thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new, and I will see you next episode for the final game. Game 3 of round 1 of the postseason. Could we be going to round 2? Surely we are. Take care.